You know, if that was the case, his face would look like mush. You know, he's moving his head, he's jabbing.
He's slick. A lot of people too, like,
since he knocked people out so much, people forget that he's a good boxer.
Yeah.
Terrence Crawford is my favorite fighter of this era. You know, he's my favorite fighter of this era. So, as friends, as business, in boxing, Terrence Crawford wins.
Right. But then again, I think about Crawford's abilities and his IQ and his footwork, which Canelo cannot handle. And we know that for a fact. It happened with Bivol, it happened with Mayweather, who schooled him left and right.
Mike Tyson warned Canelo Alvarez that Terrence Crawford is dangerous. After witnessing Crawford's intense training sessions, Tyson explained that every fighter has their own style. But when the moment of truth comes, some transform into predators. He emphasized that when aggression and discipline are combined, a boxer becomes nearly unstoppable. According to Tyson, Crawford's intensity and attitude show he's ready for war, and Canelo might not be able to withstand that level of hunger.
That's what's so crazy.
Listen, most of these guys, Alexander Green, Hannibal, Genghis Khan, we have their DNA. That's why some people are savages to some, because we have these guys' DNA. These guys conquered the world, and look what level we are. We have their seeds. We have them. Some people, like they have those psychopaths. Some people love killing people. Some people love eating people. Some people don't, just like animals, some animals get domesticated quicker than others. And the same in human beings. Some of them get domesticated quicker than others. And some of them just never get domesticated. They're just what they are.
So you just genetically passed down their makeup.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I think the way we're so attached to our phones is going to lead to us being attached to some electronic thing that we wind up accepting in our body.
No, listen,
and it's going to change what people are.
Like some iRobot shit, honestly?
Yeah, legitimately. Like some kind of cyborg
all
shit.
of us right now, if our phones stop now, we would start fighting for some reason. Before we figured this shit out, if our phones start now, we would for some reason find reasons to fight.
We're so distracted by phones. But I think the thing about phones is you accept the fact that everybody has one. You accept the fact you always have it on you. So it might as well be a part of your body. It's just not connected. And one day it will be. One day they're going to figure out how to put a thing on your head that makes your brain work way better. And a few people are going to do it and they're going to have a big advantage. And then we're all going to do it.
But until then, your phone will be like your will. When you die.
Terrence Crawford prepares for the toughest challenge of his career. He has been training with Carlos Adames, a rugged middleweight known for his relentless pressure and raw power. This decision reveals Crawford's mindset ahead of his fight with Canelo Alvarez. Facing a naturally bigger opponent like Canelo, Crawford understands that adjusting to heavy punches isn't optional, it's essential. By enduring Adames' power in sparring, he's toughening both his body and his mind for the storm he expects. On fight night, this preparation highlights Crawford's persistence and strategic intelligence.
Video that many people have sent me to determine in their mind that Terrence Bud Crawford would lose to Canelo Alvarez, or is going to lose September 13th to Canelo Alvarez, as he is sparring here middleweight WBC world champion Carlos Adames, who is 24 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 18 wins by way of knockout. And people are saying that Carlos Adames, who's 5'11" with a 73-inch arm reach, is having his way with Terrence Bud Crawford. And this is an indication that the 168-pound Canelo Alvarez, who's 5'7" with a 70-inch arm reach, is going to have the same type of success and knock Terrence Crawford out. But what people are not paying attention to is Terrence Crawford is standing right in front of Carlos Adames and taking the big punches from Carlos Adames as he's standing in the pocket and counterpunching him and taking his blows at a smaller weight class while competing at 147. Now he bulked up.
Oscar De La Hoya, former opponent turned promoter, believes that Canelo's aggression could actually backfire. While Canelo will certainly apply pressure, De La Hoya argues that Crawford's artistry and adaptability could break him down. He noted how Dmitry Bivol beat Canelo by controlling distance and tempo, while Floyd Mayweather frustrated him with defense and ring IQ. The message is clear: Crawford can study and exploit Canelo's style just like those before him. As a switch-hitting southpaw with sharp counters and a high boxing IQ, Crawford has multiple paths to victory. Though Canelo has power and volume, Crawford's intelligence and skill may prove decisive.
Let Terrence has a shot in beating Canelo Alvarez?
That's the $1 million question. When I watched Terence Crawford get rattled and rocked by Yorkis Gamboa, who's a natural 30-pounder, that to me is going to be a huge problem when he gets hit by Canelo. So he fights at 175. He's fighting these big monsters. Right. Yeah. He's not getting rattled at all. Right. No. Berlanga's a big kid. Right. Yeah. So it makes me think, I mean, how is Crawford going to keep him away for 12 rounds? Canelo's going to come at him hard. Right. But then again, I think about Crawford's abilities and his IQ and his footwork, which Canelo cannot handle. And we know that for a fact. It happened with Bivol. It happened with Mayweather, who schooled him left and right with no problem. And Canelo was way stronger than Mayweather. So there's
Don't you think Canelo's a better fighter than he was then? Today?
A better fight? Yeah, a little better. Yeah, his footwork is still the same. He's flat-footed. He's very heavy on his feet.
Obviously, Canelo has the power to hurt anyone.
In this game, power means a lot. If you can't keep your guy off you, or you don't know how because it's too much pressure. Right. And the one thing about Crawford is that he knows how to handle the pressure. He's a savvy boxer, you know, and he doesn't run. And he has that heart. He's a dog. He has that heart. You want to fight me?
Pairing Crawford to Alexander Usyk isn't far-fetched. Usyk, a naturally smaller heavyweight, toppled giants like Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury by relying on his own style, speed, technique, and confidence. Experts suggest Crawford should approach Canelo in the same way by maximizing his strengths. Instead of trying to outmuscle him, Crawford's rhythm, precision, and ring control are unmatched in today's sport. Just as Usyk neutralized size with skill, Crawford must stay true to his rhythm to offset Canelo's physical advantages. The lesson: greatness comes from sharpening your own weapons, not copying others. For Crawford, trusting his instincts, staying focused, and using his full skill set could be his greatest weapon.
Him bulking up and say, you know what? Nah, Terence Crawford, if you want a chance, not just to survive, but a chance to beat Canelo Alvarez, you have to be you. Just like Alexander Usyk was himself to face muscle machines like Anthony Joshua, big, tall enigma in the heavyweight division like Tyson Fury. Now, let me quickly give you an example of what I'm talking about. See, when Alexander Usyk fought Anthony Joshua, right? He weighed in at 221. Joshua was 244, giving up 20 pounds, over 20 pounds, almost 25 pounds, right? Alexander Usyk didn't chase Anthony Joshua in terms of trying to bulk up. Oh man, I'm going to fight this heavyweight. His power is going to be more than me. His weight, he could overwhelm me with his weight, his height, you know, his power. No, I'm going to be, I got to be the most comfortable fighter I could be. I gotta be comfortable under my own skin. I'm not gonna beat him off power. I gotta beat him off speed. I gotta beat him off movement. I gotta beat him off adjustments. I gotta beat him off IQ. Right? So Alexander Usyk didn't have to bulk up to be successful. Now look at this one. Look at when he fought Tyson Fury. He kept the same energy, he kept the same mindset, and it still got him to become an undisputed heavyweight champion.
Joel Diaz, Crawford's trainer, believes Crawford's skill set will trouble Canelo from the opening bell, but he also points to the fight's financial and historical impact. Though Crawford is a multi-division champion, he has often missed the biggest paydays. This fight changes everything for both his legacy in the ring and his bank account. The massive purse reflects just how monumental the event is. For the first time, Crawford will fight for a record-breaking payday under the eyes of millions. Diaz admits the pressure will be enormous, but so will the rewards. Beyond strategy and skill, Crawford is also fighting for generational wealth and recognition levels of fame and fortune that only a handful of fighters ever achieved.
Billions of dollars that he deserved to make, and became friends with Turki Al-Sheikh, which Turki Al-Sheikh announced it publicly. Terence Crawford is my favorite fighter of this era. You know, he's my favorite fighter of this era. So, as friends, as business, in boxing, Terence Crawford wins. But he wins money. Because now, hey, you know what? As my friend that you are, I make you an offer. Would you fight Canelo? I'll give you 40 million. I don't know if it's 40, I don't know if it's 50, 60, but he's not gonna make no less than $10 million. So right there, Crawford's winning, regardless. As a fighter, like, dude, you give me 20 million, I'll fight anybody. I'll fight Anthony Joshua right now. So Terence Crawford has to sell the fight. He has to say, I'll beat Canelo, left and right, whatever, right? But we've seen it we've seen it many, many times. When fighters move up 2 divisions to be the champion, they fail. I mean, I saw it with Mikey Garcia when he fought Earl Spence. I saw it when Demetrius Andrade, a 147-pounder, was avoided for years. He moved to 54, he was avoided. He moved to 160, he fought maybe once or twice. Nobody wanted to fight him, so he moves to 68 and fights Benavidez. Whatever. He looked good for the first 3 rounds because he's good. But once that heavy monster was coming out.
Shocker Stevenson, one of boxing's brightest young stars, is confident in Crawford's chances. He dismisses concerns about weight and size, pointing out that Crawford's body has already adjusted and both men are nearly the same height. Stevenson argues that skills, not size, will decide the fight. Crawford's lean, athletic build allows him to carry extra weight without losing speed or sharpness. He insists that the weight difference narrative is outdated, as Crawford is naturally strong and versatile. More importantly, Stevenson believes Crawford's experience and mental toughness outweigh any physical advantages Canelo might claim. His confidence excites fans, suggesting that even the next generation of fighters see Crawford as capable of dethroning boxing's biggest star.
Canelo. Cook him. I think, Canelo a hell of a fighter, but I think Bud just got all the tools.
Yeah. You don't think the weight difference is gonna be too big of an advantage?
I think y'all make that something, in certain fights,
Boxing makes it something, not us.
like if this was like a Benavidez, he's actually a lot bigger than Bud, so that would like apply. But I feel like with Canelo, he's like physically kind of big, but like height wise, he's kind of small. So I don't think so. No.
Corey, how you got a decision to stoppage? Because Brandman and Boozy think that Bud actually might stop it.
Me and Boozy talked about that. That's crazy. Me and who got on the phone talked about it, but I think that's possible. Like, I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but I think it's a possibility if Canelo gets to acting out of line and not understanding that Bud could crack too. So